How did this start?
I shifted here 4 years back, to be precise, 2014. November, I bought the apartment block where I stay, right on the beach.
Yes.
And my first impression was when I came to buy the property, I looked out of the window. This beach was fully covered in plastic.
Yeah.
Huge amount of plastic.
Yeah.
So as a human being, your first instinct is when you see this, what do you do?
Yeah. Because as a boy, you were running, playing around here.
Yeah, there was something drastically wrong.
Yeah.
And it was not only about plastic pollution, there was something more than that. And I told myself that this is not plastic pollution.
No.
This total disconnect, Sutuchai, with
Yeah.
who we are, where are we, where do we belong, why do we exist at a particular spot.
Yeah.
Say for example, people living in a coast have a special relation with the ocean and the marine species and birds. That relationship had snapped.
Yeah.
So cleaning beach was one of the methods adopted to connect. That's not the only method.
No, no.
Like look at Jonty, Ganesh, Sunil, all of them. So what my first instinct was when I came here to clean the toilet was how to get them connected with me and then connected with the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we are almost 60-70% through. I'm going to give a charge to all of them. They are people who are living on the beach. They should take charge.
Yeah.
My role is a facilitator.
Facilitate.
Yeah,
they own it.
Yeah,
they
I should
belong
facilitate.
Here. You belong here.
Yeah.
It's your ocean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my job is to facilitate and hand over. But that facilitation and handing over is a journey. They all have to learn. Jonty has to learn, Ganesh has to learn, Sunil has to learn.
Yes.
Chandu, where is Chandu? He's not here. Dinesh,
Yes.
Chandu. Dono aage
But it
aao.
wasn't easy. When you started to think that something has to be done, how did you go about it?
When I came, I took a recce. The day I saw the flat, one estate agent got me to see the flat, and I parked my car and I walked.
Yeah.
It was the most horrendous sight on the beach. You had the ocean and 5.5 feet of plastic juxtaposed to each other. And when you see it, the first day when I came to see the flat, I liked the apartment block. I was intending to buy it.
Yeah.
So I said, I must go on the beach. And then post that, when I shifted to the apartment, for 4 months, every morning I would come on the beach. And I would walk from one end to another, one end to another, whenever low tide was there.
Yeah.
And I would see, people would walk, and this is called Sagar Kutir Wadi. So it's like 300 meters away, people would stop and take a U-turn back.
Yeah.
Because there was so much plastic and open defecation both. So nobody would come here, dare come here.
No.
And similar was the problem on the other side. This is the southern part of the beach, northern side.
Yeah.
So as a human, when you are faced with this, what do? You take steps.
But you could have just gone back to your law profession and just forgot about it.
I'll tell you, Suticha, somebody has to do it.
Right.
The question is who? Am I ready to sacrifice? Are these boys ready to sacrifice? Do something. They've lived here for 40 years, 50 years. Their father lived here, their grandfather.
Yeah.
So somebody will have to do it. And that feeling of that, this is my beach, my ocean, I should take charge. Because see, parallelly what we are doing, there's a system existing, I'll tell you here.
Yeah.
There's a local elected representative called a corporator, MLA, MP, and they are telling them something else.
Yeah.
They tell them, if you have work, come to me, I will get your work done. And I'm trying to tell them, no, you will not go to them, but you will do your work yourself. Are you understanding?
Yeah.
This whole narrative about, so if you go to a local MLA's office, you'll see so many people with applications there.
Yeah.
I could have gone with one more application.
Right. But you decided not to do that.
I remember when the first time I entered this wadi cleaning, Ganesh was there.
Yeah.
And he was watching me clean the toilet. He had come the first toilet there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first toilet.
Yeah.
He was cleaning alone.
Alone.
Yeah.
You look professional, don't do this.
So you thought he was a professional toilet cleaner?
No, he thought, what he's saying is he thought you are a professional in the sense that you can't be cleaning the toilet. Not a professional toilet cleaner.
So what did you do then? When he
Ask him, he will answer you what my conversation was.
Then I asked him, what do you do? So he said, I am High Court lawyer. So I asked him, this is our country, so told us so many things.
Yeah.
Do something for your
Community, yes.
We'll take you there to the toilets to see.
Okay, we'll look at the
Sunil
toilet.
maintains it. He's a local boy.
Yeah.
So all their team maintains it. That one team collects plastic.
So you shock people around here when you
So
started
it
to
will
clean
take
the
a
toilet.
while. A lot of people didn't understand me. So I am having difficulty. Let me
Yeah.
honestly admit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have difficulty with him. Sometimes I have with her.
Yeah.
To tell what am I doing. People generally get that impression because the system is such.
Yeah.
It's like, what do I get?
Yeah.
He's doing for a selfish motive. Are you understanding? When I came in, one of the lady I remember, she was speaking to me in local Marathi language.
Yeah.
She said, Afroz, she didn't know my name. She said, Mister, you'll fight elections now.
So she
So
thought
that-
you were running for election.
So if you want to do something, that means you want power, you want money. See, as a lawyer, I was doing very well professionally. I
Yeah.
still do very well.
Yeah.
So there's no question of money being involved. The second question was, if you get into the governance module, the power model, will it deliver or not deliver?
Yeah.
And for me, being at the High Court, I had seen enough. Government officers used to brief me up, affidavits filed, court orders.
Yeah.
Tell me which court order will clean the toilet?
No?
Which court order can change Jonty's heart and mind?
Nah.
Which court order can tell Sunil maintain your toilets? Somebody had to reach out and do it. And this journey has its own up and down. Let me honest say, it's not smooth. Yes, people understand it's not smooth. And it is never going to be smooth. Since I'm disturbing the status quo, so there'll be friction.
There will be.
There will be a friction between me, them. And the idea is to minimize that friction.
Yeah.
So that it becomes much more smoother. The journey will happen with frictions. It's not easy because
Frictions help the journey?
it helps beautifully.
Yeah.
Because when you're bruised and when the friction happens and you worked hard on the field, you want to do more good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your inner
But some people might feel discouraged and say, oh, too many frictions.
Nah.
I may even get threats.
Yes.
And people misunderstand me. Why do I want the people to misunderstand me? So I just go back to my old habit of doing
Yes.
things.
But that never came to me.
No?
I had a long journey to cover. So I always took friction as a challenge. Like, take for example, if me and Jonty or me or Ganesh or me or Chandu had some kind of interaction, maybe you take a step back, then you take 2 steps ahead. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Because you see, the problem is so huge. Everybody is frustrated the way you have been bought. Like as a child, my mother told me, earn well, get a car, do all this. We all are told like that. I
Sure.
mean, yeah.
Sure.
हाँ जॉन्टी आपके फादर ने क्या बोला था कुछ बोला था तो बता दो
Yeah. Earn money. Yeah. 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 Make money. Buy a good car. Buy a
Talk
house.
about environment and beaches.
Uh-huh.
And sir, teach our to live life better and well. Yes.
And one thing which I wanted to do with Jonty and all these boys is link up their right to livelihood with a clean environment, which is so crucial.
Yeah.
See, they live on the beach. Why shouldn't they be taking a charge? They are the best people to clean the beach. They are the best people to segregate the waste. They are the best people to maintain the toilets.
Yeah.
Why should an NGO get parachuted from outside? I mean, what sense
And
it
they
makes?
don't need any official authority.
No,
right?
not at all. Not at
No?
all. To clean your planet and to plant trees, there is no law which says don't do it. Even if such law existed, the judges of course will strike it down saying this is a bad law, it's irrational, illogical.
What
Like
was-
it's like telling in your house, if your house is dirty, if the government tells you don't clean
Don't
for
get
2
it
days.
out. Don't get it out.
I mean, it's how stupid.
No, but there are laws that will prevent you from overstepping certain things that,
Like, for example,
the locations, all these
see,
structures,
if you do any commercial activity, of course it will come ambit of the law. So if I wanted to set up one day a structure like this, I will have to go to the government and ask
Yeah,
permission.
right.
Of course, these people have taken permission. But for cleaning and planting trees and
No.
protecting, there's no permission. Because you see, under my constitution, actually, there's a beautiful article which your constitution will have all over the world. It has Article 51 AG.
Yeah.
Which says that you'll have to protect. Every individual will have to protect and nurture the environment. The key word is protect and nurture.
Yeah.
So we'll have to protect and nurture.
And your method is not to confront the authorities, not to challenge the existing.
In fact, you should go hand in hand with the governance system. This narrative about us versus them must end now. Enough.
Yeah.
Anybody who does environmental work wants to go cross-purpose with the authorities. Of course, if they make a bad law or do whatever, do challenge them, but don't challenge them in these basics.
Yeah.
Come and support them in this basic. If they're making a law which says, oh, we'll knock the forest down, or we'll destroy the marine environment, then please take it up with the judges.
Yeah.
There's a method and way to do it. It's a democracy, you can vote them out, but not in these kind of efforts. I could have done it. Lodge, complain.
Right. But you stop complaining.
I never complained in my life.
No? You never complain in your life?
I never complained
about
about
anything. About anything.
I get angry. I get very angry. You
When
know,
you get angry, what do you do?
I shout at people up.
You do? You do?
Yes, yes,
Does
I
he
do.
shout at you? Nah.
They're lying to you. I shouted at all of them. I get very angry, and that anger is for that like 5-10 minutes, and then anger is on the top only. I mean, it's not there. Two things we should always avoid as human beings, and that's how this journey continues for so long.
Yes.
One is prejudices and biases towards people and being non-judgmental.
Yeah.
Say for example, if I see Jonty doing something, I should not develop any biases.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I see Chandu, Dinesh or Ganesh doing something, I should not have any biases. Maybe they are in the wrong course for some time. There will be a course correction eventually. So
Yeah.
we'll have to do that.
At one point you stopped.
I suspended
You
it, not
suspended. You suspended. Why?
stopped. Only the cleanup.
Yeah, why?
Only the cleanup, not the other activities. See, my work is misunderstood. They think beach cleaning is about clean beaches. No.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Beach cleaning may result in a clean beach. Beach cleaning or tackling marine debris or beating plastic pollution is between the bandwidth of cleaning a beach and mangrove and getting circular economy. That's
Yeah.
right.
Circular
Economy. Where you say I'll reduce the garbage. First stop is to reduce. We are 7 billion now. How much are we generating? It's stupid for all of us to generate more and more, you know. I think the first step is to, so all these boys are doing that only, you know, to how to reduce garbage. So that's how it is. First step is to reduce
So you
garbage.
suspended because people
I
misunderstood.
suspended, no, I put out 3 reasons very quickly on the tweet. The tweet is self-explanatory if you have read that tweet. One of the reason was some goons were abusing my volunteers.
Yeah.
So I didn't understand this. That why would a goon want to abuse a volunteer?
Yeah.
Goons,
Goons.
antisocial elements.
Yeah.
One second, the garbage pickup was not there. I had collected on that other end 200 trucks of garbage,
Yeah.
and it was not being removed from the beach.
Yeah.
And the third, there was a lethargy. Now, if people ask me, weren't you aware about it, Afroz, when you started it? Of course, I was aware about it.
Sure.
So why did I suspend it? Because I thought I'd failed. I couldn't correct anybody. So the blame was on me and nobody else.
Right.
That 3 reasons existed before I started the cleanup, and the 3 reasons existed after the cleanup.
So you decided to
I suspended it for some time.
for some time. And then
I
you-
told myself that if there is a ground change, we'll change it. So that's
Yeah.
how the ground change happened.
and so you came back.
I came back after 2 weeks.
Yes. And now, from now on, what will you be facilitating? You say.
Facilitating and empowering. These are the 2 words. You empower Jonty, you empower Ganesh. You see, nobody has come and told them that you could take charge.
No.
Everybody told them, you come and I will get your work done. I tell them the reverse. I said, no, you will get your work done yourself.
Yeah.
Like yesterday we went to meet the senior PI. I was telling both of them, I said how beautiful that if I didn't have to go to the senior inspector of police and you all had gone and finished. On the phone I would said Ganesh and Jonty and Chandu Dinesh will come and they'll finalize it. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
You see, with all this time they have been told go back. People are treated like that whole system of king and, you know, in Hindi there's a word, Raja Praja, king and the subject, king and the subject.
Praja, yeah.
That must end now.
No.
In this 21st century, it's no place. You are elected, you are a public servant, you must do your job. We are citizens, we should do our job, and then we should do something together. You see, the moment you vote a politician in and you start abusing them, I mean, it doesn't take. And the politicians then go on the other side and say, you come to me with an application, I will decide what has to be done.
Application again, right?
So it creates an anarchy and it is very, very bad for Mother Nature.
And how did the UN know about this?
That's a strange story. I was not on social media for 1 year of my work. I was training to be a good lawyer and eventually a High Court judge.
Right.
So we didn't know about it. So what we did was I came on the Twitter after 1 year.
Yeah.
1 year on the Twitter.
Yeah.
So on the Twitter, the UN Environment Head had just taken over, Eric Solheim. He saw it. He's like you and me. He rolls up his sleeve. One of the finest leader I have met.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the finest, Eric Solheim. I have no hesitation in saying, these are the leaders the world require. He came on the beach. He cleaned with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he asked me on the Twitter, and I said, come. I requested him to come down. He did come down. And these kind of leadership, citizen partnership will eventually work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what have you done with that award?
See, I should not get a dislocated shoulder but too much pat on my back. I think there's a journey to be made which must be completed.
I know. But the next step would be to empower everyone.
All
on
of
the
them.
beach.
I would love that these people are at the beach. Every morning they stay here, the environment, their livelihood is linked up. That's how I want to. I want to give them the charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let them handle everything. I mean,
How long did it take before we saw this clean beach?
3 years.
3 years, huh?
It was a garbage dump. It was a garbage dump. And now also when there's disturbance in the ocean, it pukes out. I call it puking. The ocean pukes out.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of plastic in the belly of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get washed up.
When there's a disturbance, then we are ready to pick it up. See, beach cleaning is one of the best preventive action to prevent plastic from going into the deep sea. If it goes, we don't have the technology, nor the money, nor the intent.
No, right.
And what it does is it attacks the marine species. Okay, some turtles eat it. Some what you call fishes. You saw in Indonesia just 2 weeks back, a whale, sperm whale came dead, and when you opened the stomach, you had 120 cups. So every plastic cup will go and be eaten by a fish.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
Thailand, we got that whale too.
In Thailand, it was a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. And at my beach, we have had in 6 months like 6 dead dolphins as well. So they eat
Dolphins?
plastic. Yeah. So if you open the stomach, it's full with plastic. In fact, not only this land-based. You see, when you throw plastic out, cows, dogs, and now today morning I was at a forest, Sanjay Gandhi National Park, and some of the officials were telling me one deer died, and when they opened the stomach of the deer died, and it had so much 3 kg plastic.
Wow.
So nobody spared.
No.
And now you and me who eat fish have plastic on the menu.
Yeah. Yes.
God forbid if my stomach is open, if you do my blood test, you'll have plastic in my blood for sure. For sure, it's entered my gut.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is the health of the people in this area getting better because of that?
You'll have to ask them. They are the right people to answer. Ganesh, you should answer.
Toilets.
Toilets.
Before 3 years back.
The one he cleaned up?
Cleaned by.
Wow. So you wanted to look inside and then you started to clean it up.
Yeah, now you see.
Yeah, we'll have a
Show
look at
Ganesh
that.
if you have some.
We have a look at that, okay.
Clean hai, Sunil, dekha?
yeah.
Show me
We
the
will
pictures.
we will go have a look. But
You'll have to shoot fast because the sun is
I
setting.
know,
See
but it's
pictures.
beautiful. Wow,
Yeah,
the sun
yeah.
is good. What was the first major obstacle you faced?
No obstacle. See, I'm on a date. I don't know if you call it obstacle. My what you call activity was always called date.
A date.
So when you're on a date, you want to make everything right.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, have you been married, Sutuchai? How long?
47 years.
Now tell me, in 47 years with your wife, how do you please her every time? Don't you think that every morning when you get up, you want to be all good, hunky-dory?
Sure, of course.
So you make
Nice
the
to her.
So you make the right moves with your wife, your companion, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. So for me, it's like this.
Yeah.
In fact, today, after I finished for the Chief Conservator of Forest, I was meeting a professor of a college here and I was speaking to Pragati. I was telling her the same thing.
Yeah.
I said, Pragati, you see, why am I running?
Yeah.
You may call me lunatic that Afroz wants to do this. Because I think of that whale, I think of that dolphin, I think of that turtle.
Yeah.
Every plastic which is saved from going into the ocean, whether you stop it at the source, saves their life.
That's true. Yeah.
And if we are going to be casual as human beings, we'll say, it's not my job, I will do, somebody will, I'll do. That won't work.
Yeah.
So you'll have to take that step. इसमें है photo? बताओ ना
But
Jonty.
I
Just see
won't-
the toilet
I
picture.
will not believe you if you say, oh, everything has been plain sailing. Oh, no problems at all.
Oh, no, I'll tell you what the problem. Now, good you asked me.
Yeah.
Mentally, there's not problem. Physically, I'm very tired.
Yeah,
I'm
physically.
perpetually short on sleep.
Yeah,
in
that's
fact,
physical.
In fact, I'll tell you on January 1st, one of the RJ
Yeah.
called Rishikesh Kannan. He's
Yeah.
a very popular RJ. He wrote on the Twitter, my New Year resolution is to catch up on sleep and whatever. So I wrote
feel
back.
the same way.
So I wrote back to him. I said, Rishikesh, I'll take your advice. I want to sleep. So I tell these guys, you all take charge so I can catch up on sleep.
Yeah, right.
Like that day, if these guys had gone and met the senior PI, I would have taken rest at my home.
That's right. That is physical, but mentally,
Mentally, it's not stressful, but it is tiring at times.
Tiring, okay.
Say, for example, if I converse with somebody, that whole conversation takes 1 hour, 2 hours.
yeah,
Because you see, all of us have been brought up in a peculiar way.
yeah.
Peculiar way is this, we look, mera, you know, in Hindi they say me.
Yeah, yeah.
And for environmental protection, that will have to break. It's not me, it's us.
Us.
And how will you do it? You have to share your time.
But you cannot convince everybody.
I cannot. I do my best.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Yeah.
What
do you do
I
to
am
those-
no Superman. I must make it clear. And none of us are Superman.
Of course. But how do you handle those who say, no way, no, this is
No,
too
I
good.
do-
This is too good to be true.
I-
People are born selfish.
Yeah.
Everyone has to take care of himself and herself.
No, I'm smart as a lawyer, so I strategize myself.
And you strategize.
Yeah. So what do I do if I feel I have to spend too much time on somebody?
Yeah.
Then I say I'll do it later. The one who accept fast, come fast. So that way you create an army. You have to be smart. Now you love. So in love, aren't you smart?
Yeah, I hope so.
I'm sure you're smart. I'm sure every one of us is smart. Ask Jonty, he's married.
Are
He'll
you
tell you.
married? Are you
So
married?
how do you make sure Radhika is okay? Ask him.
But sometimes the wife is not cooperative. Right? So you try your best to please her. But when she doesn't appreciate
But
it,
I will add a caveat. You should, guys who are listening should not follow my advice as far as relationship. You don't change. Then you don't tell your wife, you hold on. I get another.
no.
No.
That could mean death. Yeah. So I mean, I want you to tell the people the truth about the problems you face along the way.
I'll tell you, when you come on a public platform, some of the issues you will face. Not problem. Problem is too harsh a word. These are issues.
Yeah.
Issues can be solved. Problem,
Issues, okay.
Yeah, problems are something which is a very negative tone. I think issues you will face, all of us will face. There's the issue one. Say for example, I'll tell you, they work with me. If they have some issues, I will have to sit, converse. Conversation is very important.
Yes.
When I say conversation, don't do like a one-sided talk. Hear people out and do a conversation of love.
Yeah.
So the issue number one is you will find people telling you this is not possible. You will have to lead by example and say this is possible, but that possibility will be connected with your communication with love. That's actually crucial. What I'm doing is with these young people up. I hope I'm able to do that in another 5 years. Create a huge army of people like me, millions of Afrozes everywhere, and they say this is my beach, my lake, my ocean, my area. I take charge. If the boys at Sagar Kutirwadi could do it, anybody can do it. Take charge of your toilets, your loos, your environmental issues, your local issues. You may vote for a politician. You don't have to be in the governance module.
No.
You can do yourself a lot of things. Of course, good luck to people who feel that in governance model they can deliver better. Good luck to them, but the idea is each one has to contribute.
But the passion has to be there.
Yeah. So one of the issues.
How do you build the passion?
That's the most. How do you love? let's figure it out with you. How did you love your wife, and how did you build on?
Well, love could be quite selfish, right?
Yeah, it's a very
Right?
selfish
It's a
emotion.
selfish thing because you want love because you feel good, right? And you want to possess, you want to own, right?
You came to the point.
Right.
You want to own.
Right. So love sometimes you don't. Do you share with someone else? Passion is a bit more sort of non-personal in a way. I am not sure that I can explain it. But love and passion will decide whether you want to do or not do something.
Yes.
True?
Yeah, I completely agree.
Yes.
But for me, I think I'm slightly. I think I'm born like this, or
Yeah.
I harnessed. I was born like this, and I built it upon. We all of us have it in us.
Yes.
We humans, I'll tell you, and let me come to the crux of the matter. We can love multiple people at the same time.
Yeah.
We are born with that. Now, what we do is the way we are brought up. We tell no, I will love a particular person,
Yeah.
a boy, a girl, mother, father, family. So what we do, we concentrate.
Yeah.
Come to my house. You know, from the time I've started, my first thing was to convince my mother.
Yeah.
I told her, I went and met her, and she came and stayed with me for 3 weeks. That was the last time she stayed my house, 3 years back. I called her to my house. She stayed with me for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And I told her that I love you, I will love you all my life, but you will have to set me free now for this walk.
Set me free.
Yeah, set me free. As you said, love is very selfish.
Yeah.
So I didn't want my mother to feel, oh, Afroz is not around and hence he doesn't love me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because I will have to give to the society back. Some sacrifices will have to be made. The sacrifices, when I say it's in a very positive way, not a very negative way.
Yeah.
So I told my mother, I convinced her first. I said,
Yeah.
please allow me to do what I feel like. Thousands and thousands of people need this at this point of time. There's a need and urge to do. So my mother very grudgingly said yes.
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, the first day I went for cleanup, she was at my house.
She was.
She was first day, and I came back. I told her I went for beach cleaning. She looked at me like this. And she said, Afroz, this beach is very big. You alone will clean? She asked me.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the obvious question.
But she knew me as a child. I'm very gritty and resilient that way.
Resilient.
Yeah, very gritty
And
and
stubborn.
No, not stubborn. Stubborn is negative. I'm very fluid. I use this word. I'm very fluid. It's like water.
Determined.
Yeah.
Determined.
Yeah, water seeks its own course, right?
Yeah.
So I try to seek my own course, and the water then helps people on the way. It takes up. If the stones are properly laid, the water gets filtered.
Yeah.
If there is sieve, water gets dirty. I'm like that.
Ah.
So if I get negative energy, I start hyperventilating.
Yeah.
You'll see me in the most foul mood when I have negative energy around. What you talked about. I freak out on people. I want to shut my life. I want to throw everybody around. Yeah, of course all of us feel that way.
So how did you explain this to your mother?
So I had a chat with her.
Yeah.
She took a while, few days of convincing.
Yeah.
And I told my brothers and sisters as well, and I told them that you don't expect me to be there all the time. Time is not something which will define our love. Because you see, we are told love means time.
Right.
If you didn't have dinner with your wife for a few days, what will she say?
She will say, where have you been?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Because the immediate question is, the moment you're not spending time, love is out of the window.
Yeah. But if she understands,
Then
that is love.
So that's exactly what I told my mother. I won't be around. Please bear with me.
Yes.
I will visit you whenever. I will spend time you whenever. But don't expect every weekend or every week whenever I'm free to be there. Somebody has to do the sacrifice with the child.
Yes.
I took the bulwark on me. I said, I will do that. And what was I doing? I was doing some basic human things. Communicating with love, getting hands dirty, telling people all of us should get together and do it. And for whom?
For
the
yourself.
Other species.
For yourself, for the
For other species.
For the ocean.
You don't exist alone.
No.
We are not islands here living in isolation. Like Dinesh and Ganesh or Jonty will get up one day, we are island, we'll do whatever. It doesn't work like that.
How do we inspire other people in the same way?
Just one night, just go and do it.
Just do it.
It's not, we have a dirty habit of intellectualizing everything.
Yeah.
Some things need not be intellectualized.
No.
Yeah, just go and do it. If you see a problem, just take charge. If you're near a river, if you feel the river is dirty, go spend time. Like in Thailand, my first reaction was to Chao Phraya River.
Yeah.
I went near the river and I saw, my God, so many garbage.
Yeah.
So I said, since I'm here for a day, I'll clean my bit. So I cleaned. Then I spoke to 4 or 5 people there. I was knocking at the door.
I was there with you.
Yeah, so we are trying to have a conversation. Why you think you don't do? What happened here?
He was actually doing it.
Yeah.
Because I met him for the first time, and he was with his gloves, and then he starts saying, let's go and pick up the garbage on the river. And he was supposed to be attending a seminar. You see? So I said, this guy is strange. So I follow him. Follow him to the river. And we started to pick up the garbage. You know? Crazy guy, right?
Now, if you ask any Indian who lands in Bangkok, garbage pickup is last on the agenda.
Last week.
So
Even
they
the
will,
monk,
yeah,
Buddhist monk.
did join me.
The Buddhist monk was there.
I went up and I went to his temple.
You did?
I went to his temple and I sought an audience with him.
Yes.
And I told that Buddhist monk, I'm going to clean. Can you join? If you join, it'll be great. Some message. Yeah. That's all you can do. See, if every person, we are 7 billion on this planet, is each one steps out once in a week, this world will be a far better place. This whole system of complain, either you complain to your mother, your girlfriend, your wife,
everyone, huh?
everyone is the worst and I'm the best. That's how you develop the complaint mechanism. We'll have to self-look into it and saying that, okay, the system is working like this, what can I do? Can I do something positive every week? And mind you, I'm not giving a free pass to the government and people who are in the governance module. I'm not telling set them free. There are ways and means to tackle them. But complaint certainly to this extent is not the solution. The way this whole system has built up from the childhood till your death is something which is terrible for the planet. It's not right. It's just not right. And we all have to make a course correction. If Jonty lives here on this beach, he has to make a course correction. If I live on the beach, I have to make a course correction.
When is it going to be a national campaign? When is it going to turn national?
See, I am not in a, I am not hallucinating that we'll do huge. For me, it's almost small efforts, baby steps I call. Each one has to start.
You like the word baby steps?
Yeah, baby steps, that's the key.
But of course, your dream would be that one day the whole country.
See, I've just started working like this for past 3.5 years. People fought for 30, 40 years. See, for your marriage, 47 years you worked. Jonty has worked how long now?
How long now?
With your girlfriend, how many years? 12 years, imagine. Not even married, working. So
and yourself?
I have done only 3.5 years of work.
I mean, how long have you been married?
I'm not married and I don't have girlfriend.
You don't have girlfriend?
You see, for past 10 years, I don't want to sound very boorish and I'll scandalize your camera if I say something more beyond that. So for me now, 3.5 years has been like a date. Yeah, so date with ocean. So 3.5 is too short a time. If he's married for 6 years, 7 years and then 10 years of courtship, Ganesh for 12 years. So another, and you for 47 years. So give me at least 30 years to work hard. You could nurture one wife in 47 years. I want to nurture millions. So give me some more
and
time.
You have no plan to get married? You're going to be married to the ocean?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. You know, as a lawyer, I'll tell you, we have a saying among our lawyers. You know, when you start law, all your seniors tell you, law is a jealous mistress.
Jealous mistress.
With ocean, I will not say that. Because you see, when you are a lawyer, you burn midnight oil. So what you do is, the wife is always cribbing to a lawyer, saying you come at 9:30, you sleep, you get up in the morning, go. That's why they say jealous mistress.
We don't never see you.
But with ocean, it's slightly different. It's more of a love. So if I get married, I think if I get married, maybe it will work, maybe it won't work. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But I don't want to take a chance with ocean. Let me be very clear. I don't want to take a chance. Maybe it will work. Maybe you get the right girl or the right companion or the right partner and you say, okay, done, it will work. And maybe it will not work. So every relationship you take a chance. All of us know that.
How does it affect your career?
See, the choice had to be made by me. There was an option where I could work for like 2 hours, 3 hours, which I did initially, my first year. I would work on a Sunday for the beach cleanup 2 hours. Then after 4 months, I did Saturday, Sunday, 2 hours, 2 hours. Now I'm at a stage I'm going to cut down on my work as a lawyer.
You are?
Yeah, I'm going to cut down. Because you see, the end point is...
You don't miss your work? You don't feel that professionally?
I'm very passionate about law. I'm very passionate about law. But you see, I eventually wanted to grow up in the hierarchy of the justice system. Maybe like a good lawyer, if a good lawyer works hard, he can get justice. If you're a good judge, you can get justice. But I realized that day to day, you can do far more justice than those confining to those four walls.
Yeah, that I
And
think
that's why, you know, when I came on the social media, I was debating whether I should come or no.
Uh-huh.
Because once you come there, you as a human being are exposed to a position.
Sure.
And it's not good for lawyers and judges to take positions like that
No,
in life.
no.
I certainly wouldn't. But then I told myself some sacrifices have to be made. Law was my passion, law is my passion now.
Sure.
But then this requires attention now.
Full time.
Yeah.
Full time.
Not full time, but maybe I've cut down, but surely I'm going to cut down more. Money doesn't fascinate me anymore. So there's no urge to earn a living now.
No more.
No more. There's no urge to earn a living. I want to survive on bare minimum.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not saying give up your profession or give up what you want, but if we can do a little minimum here and minimum there, you know. No. This whole narrative, it's not balanced, no? Work, make money.
Yeah.
Or don't do, the boundary has to be drawn. And that's where I am at this point. It's like the sunset now.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Can I take you for a walk here so
Yeah.
we can take a picture of you? And
No,
me?
why don't you have conversation with these
Yeah, I
guys
will,
now?
I will,
Because
I
the sun will set now.
Yeah, I will ask them to see them again.
Yeah? You want to see them again?
Yeah, sure. I'll come back.
Come, we'll go for a stroll.
Yes. Let's walk. Let's